Our grammar will be about past. And today we are going to work with a tense that is called past perfect. So let me explain you a little bit about the past perfect. We already learned the past perfect, sorry, the present perfect. You know, these are the actions that started in the past and that are important to the present. They are relevant to the present. We don't know the exact time when they happened, but they happen in a period of time in the past. We use it to describe experiences and everything. And we also have the past simple. You know, the past simple, there are the actions that ended in the past, actions that already ended. And today we have something that is called the past perfect. So let me explain you here. The past perfect, we use it to link or connect an action in the past with another action from the past, okay? The only difference is the thing is that the past perfect action happens first than the other action, okay? The past perfect describes the action that happens first than the other action in the past. So just so you know, both actions happen in the past, okay? These are actions from the past. The only difference is that when we use past perfect, we use it to talk about an action that happened first, then another, okay? We make the past perfect with had, the auxiliary had, and the verb in past participle. For example, you have here this sentence. She had finished her homework when I called her. So first, the first action is that the girl finished her homework, and just after she finished her homework, her friend called her. Okay, so the homework is done. That was first, is done. Now now that after that she called her friend. Okay, so that's how we know. That's what we have. The first action and the second action, both in the past, but one action happened first. Okay, this one first. I had finished my homework, and after that, my friend called me. Once they had heard the explosion, they left the building immediately. So first they heard an explosion, and after the explosion, they left the building. Both actions happening in the past. Only that the first action that happened, first they heard the explosion, and the second action after they heard was that they left the building. So we can talk about consequences, okay? We have an action and that action has a consequence, okay? And that is what happens after that. But remember, both actions from the past. Okay, now we are going to make sentences with some verbs that I will show you here on the screen, okay? Here I have the structure that we need to make past perfect sentences, okay? We need a subject, we need the auxiliary had, as I told you before, and the verb in past participle, and of course you can add a complement. So check the example for the affirmative form. She is the subject, she. Had is the auxiliary. The past participle is finished, and the test will be a complement. She had finished the test. And the negative, we use also the subject, the negative form hadn't or had not, but hadn't is a contraction and it is mostly used, hadn't, then the verb in past participle and a complement. So here we have the the subject is she, the auxiliary hadn't, the past participle finished, and the complement the test. And to make a question, we just invert the subject and the auxiliary. We begin the question with the auxiliary, and after the auxiliary, we have the subject, and then the verb in past participle, and then a complement. Had auxiliary, she, subject, finished, past participle, the test complement, and question mark because it's a question. Had she finished the test? So just remember that the first action, when we are comparing two actions from the past, the first action is in past simple and the second action, sorry, the first action is in past perfect and the second action is in past simple. So we are going to make sentences using these verbs. We have the first past action, the second past action. So one sentence will be in past perfect and the other sentence will be in past simple. Now, can you help me? Let's begin with the first one. The first action is in past perfect and the verb is play. So let's begin with the subject. What subject do you want for the sentence in the first one? Okay, he, what's next after the subject? He had played what? With the ball, went, very good. And he went to bed. The next one, we have eat and do homework. Who can help me? She had eaten pizza when her brother did homework. So first she ate pizza and then her brother did the homework. And the last one, we had watch and read a book. Excellent. Remember that this is very simple. We just need the past perfect and the past simple. That's it. So they had watched TV when their other friends read a book. First, they watched TV, and after they watched TV, the other friends read a book. Okay, so just remember the first action that happens in the past is in, so the oldest action is in past perfect, and then comes the action in past simple.